Bet one, bet 'em all. This is Sprawl and Colin. I'm your host, C. Rich. We're doing a Bellator 137 betting and predictions. The betting lines aren't up yet, as Bellator only will put the main card on, and it's usually around Wednesday night is when we should expect to see the betting lines. But first off, we're going to kick things off with Darren Caldwell and Rafael Silva. Here's the thing with this. Silva actually normally fights 135, and Caldwell fights at 145. And Silva will be the smaller fighter here. And more experience, as Caldwell's sitting at 6-0, and Silva's been a veteran at 22-4. Really, it's wrestler versus BJJ. And really, I'm seeing Silva probably sitting somewhere around a minus 150 when the betting lines come out. This could be an upset, but my official pick has to go with the veteran with the higher skill set in Rafael Silva. Next fight, we got Fernando Gonzalez versus Curtis Moldner. This one. It's almost the same as the next fight, but the roles are reversed in a way. Yeah, Gonzalez, who is resurging his MMA career, he came back last time, and I bet against him, and he crushed Carl Parisian. Yes, I understand Parisian's old and blah, 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 but he completely controlled the stand-up and with pure boxing. It looked really fresh. He did not look like an old guy. Moldner 7-1. I don't really have that much to say on the guy, except for he is an upcoming prospect, but not as upcoming as Caldwell is in that aspect. Really, I'm going to go with Gonzalez for the win here, and I do see him probably sitting somewhere around a minus 150 as well. Next, we got the really good fight, Eduardo Dantas and Mike Richmond. Richmond, if you want to talk about people knocking mofos out and walking away, like a Mark Hunt, Roy Nelson type style, this guy knocks people out, and he just stops and looks, and then turns around. He doesn't do the one punch and walk away. He'll punch you, stand there for a second, and then turn around. Like he's got something better to do. It's like, yup, money. Eduardo Dantas, he was the 135 champ in Bellator. The only reason why I believe he is not in the UFC is because his good friend over at Uva and Yao, Henan Barao, we also know him as the UFC 135 former champion. Really, I think that's why he's been in Bellator and not over there, is because they don't want to have to compete against each other. And Dantas, really, you should, if you don't know who he is, this guy has slick submission skills, too, and he's really fast. Henan Barao would beat him in a fight, but he's the next damn best thing. I do see the betting lines on a couple fantasy sites. They got him sitting at a minus 400, but I don't always believe those. I'm thinking about a minus 300 on Eduardo Dantas is what the betting line's going to be, somewhere around. And in the distance would probably be more of the logical bet if there was one. Either that or a parlay linker. But my official pick is Eduardo Dantas. Then we got the middleweight title fight with Brandon Hasley and Kendall Grove. Some of you might know Grove. He was the former Ultimate Fighter Winner 3 winner, and got cut a couple years ago and just played in the under circuit and went over to Bellator. He's posting a 2-1 or 3-1 record over in Bellator. I actually have bet on him a couple of his fights too in Bellator, the ones that he won. The last fight that he won was Cristiano Mutombo. That guy kind of reminds me of like OSP, if you got to compare someone, but just OSP without the good wrestling ground game aspect. Brendan Halsey, sorry. This guy took out Alexander Shlemenko in less than a minute in his title fight. He is a bulky, muscle-toned wrestler. He's like Chris Weidman, because it is a middleweight fight. He's a bulky Chris Weidman when it comes to skill set, just not the complete buffed out build. That seriously is what he looks like. Same skill set too. Awesome power wrestler. This guy will drag you to the ground, and he's still an upcoming fighter. Kendall Grove is 6'6". That can be a problem, and he does have slick ground skills. However, this is not going to be anything. It should be easy work for Halsey. I am very, very, very firm on that pick. He's going to take him over with the wrestling ground game because he is a power wrestler. Kendall Grove isn't that great at defending takedowns in the middle of the it's not an octagon. I don't believe in Bellator, but the middle of the cage. And Halsey is going to ground him. He's going to stand up, and the second Grove throws one of his long, lengthy arms, he's going to go for the takedown. He might not get the first one, but I bet you he'll get at least one in the first round. And I'm thinking when it gets to the ground, it's just going to be G&P from there, a.k.a. ground and pound. And if not, I don't think he's too versed in the submissions other than chokes yet at his point of his career. But I do see this being a very easy, for sure, pick of the weekend prior UFC parlay material. Serious. I'm hoping he is less than a minus 400. Halsey opening, but I'm hoping. If it's lower, I'm gonna, I don't know, at least hop around. But hey, thanks guys for watching. Please like my page, subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to check out sprawlandcall.com. Once again, I'm your host, C. Rich. Don't blow your bankrolls, and always have fun, guys.